Just hit 6:48 on this Monday morning. Well, moms and dads, we've been talking about back to school this morning, and get ready to fork out more dough for your kids' extracurricular activities this year. According to the latest study by American Express, parents can expect to spend an average of $455 per child on after-school programs. It's a 20% increase from 2014. Sports is the most popular and most expensive after-school activity. Hey, very good Monday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau, and we're just getting started with non-stop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we do start with some breaking news out of the Twin Cities. Roads leading to the University of Minnesota's Kauffman Memorial Union have been closed down as police check out what is being called a security threat.
The U sent out an alert early this morning that its Memorial Union on the East Bank is shut down, and students are advised to not enter the building. Minnesota Public Radio is reporting the closing is related to a suspicious bag and is precautionary. We're also following breaking news out of Ferguson, Missouri, where gunfire erupted twice at protests on the one-year anniversary of the Michael Brown shooting. An NBC camera crew was rolling when some of the shooting started early this morning.
At least a dozen shots rang out as protesters and police faced off in the street. Now, the St. Louis County Police Department says one man is in critical condition after he shot at police and officers returned fire. The overnight unrest happened in the same area that was hit by rioting and looting last year after Michael Brown was killed by a Ferguson police officer.
One person is dead and another seriously hurt after a motorcycle crash in Otter Tail County yesterday afternoon.
It happened around 4 p.m. at the intersection of County Road 4 and 233rd Avenue Northeast, just northeast of Pelican Rapids. The Otter Tail County Sheriff's Office says the two bikes apparently collided when one of them was trying to make a left turn off the highway. One of the victims died at the scene. The other was taken to a hospital in DL, then flown to a hospital in Fargo. Names of those involved have not been released. Police say they're waiting to notify family first. More information also expected to be released today about a deadly boating accident in North Dakota.
The Grand Forks Herald is reporting one person died and several others hurt early yesterday on Devil's Lake when a boat hit what's believed to be a tree sticking out of the water. The Ramsey County Sheriff says it happened in Hay Bale Bay, which is about 5 miles east of the city of Devil's Lake.
Coming up on 6:51, time to get weather and traffic on the ones, and we start with meteorologist Mick Kerr.
Thank you, and we start with 57 in Fargo-Moorhead. An awesome day out there to begin. Moorhead at 55. The pressure sitting steady and slowly rising at 30.04. Let's get an hour-by-hour forecast for your Monday. We start in the 50s and we'll climb to the low to mid-80s today. A few clouds, especially looks like northwestern and west central Minnesota, and again mid-70s, but for the evening, cooling to the 60s after sunset. Just, hardly a weather worry anywhere. A warm, dry day with a light north wind will keep the humidity low. The comfort level sky high. Should make the low 80s today. Now, it's not going to be like this all week, so if this is your kind of weather, and I know it is for a lot of people, you would like it a little warmer? Okay, that's coming. But if this is your kind of weather, get out there and enjoy it today. Again, a few clouds, northwest Minnesota, sunshine, mostly warmer, dry day. Warmer than yesterday and dry. That's the key element. So get out there and enjoy what's certainly a nearly cloud-free morning, except up there in northeastern North Dakota. Grand Forks and Fargo, all with a west-northwest wind. The air nearly calm for most everybody. And again, 57 in Thief River, a cool 48 earlier in Fosston. Now it's 53. Grand Forks is 54. Again, west-northwest wind about 5. Fargo-Moorhead sitting at 57 with a north-northwest wind at 5. Let's get a traffic update. Good morning, Al.
Good morning to you, Mick. Good morning, everyone. If you're getting out of Dodge and headed south on Interstate 29, you'll lose a lane at 52nd Avenue. Speed limit drops down to 65 miles an hour there. That's part of that same road work that's been going on northbound I-29 and southbound I-29, for that matter, in the Fargo metro area. Traffic out here on I-29 this morning getting pretty darn thick, particularly northbound I-29. We have two stalled cars on northbound I-29, one just north of 19th Avenue between 19th Avenue and County Road 20. The other one up on the ramp on County Road 20. On Interstate 94, we have two stalled cars. They're both eastbound I-94, one right at the I-94, I-29 ramp, and the other one at the ramp onto 25th Street South. Again, those are both on eastbound I-94. Make sure you're looking out for them. Otherwise, traffic's flowing along pretty well this morning. Getting busy out here. Drive carefully. Willamette Valley Today traffic.
6:53 now as we turn back to your news headlines. A 23-year-old man is in jail in connection with a shooting in Pennington County, Minnesota.
Police say it started as a fight in front of a rural home early Sunday morning. Trevor Brown was arrested in Goodrich last night. Police say it's believed that Brown shot the victim in the chest during that fight. The victim is believed to be in stable condition, but deputies are not releasing any further details.
Police in the Twin Cities are reviewing surveillance video to see if they can identify a car and suspect who injured a Twin Cities bicyclist with a piece of concrete. Mackenzie Jensen suffered a broken jaw when someone threw a chunk of concrete at his face from a passing vehicle in South Minneapolis on Friday. Witnesses say they saw a man in a white Bronco hurl the concrete about the size of a brick at Jensen. Police also say that they did get multiple reports from several bicyclists about similar situations that happened that day, but Jensen was hurt the worst.
A Minnesota man was hurt after police say he fell out of a moving pickup. 40-year-old David Spanswick of Henning was standing up in the back of a pickup on Highway 108 just north of Henning around 2 yesterday morning when he lost his balance and fell onto the road. The Ottertail County Sheriff's Office says he was riding in the back because the cab was full. Spanswick suffered a hip injury and severe road rash. Minnesota lawmakers and top officials meet behind closed doors today to start figuring out how to fix the state's sex offender program.
A judge ruled back in June that the program is unconstitutional because it essentially keeps offenders behind bars with no way to complete treatment and be released. The ruling came after hundreds of sex offenders filed a class action lawsuit against the state. Whatever fix the state comes up with, it is likely to cost taxpayers tens of millions of dollars and will result in the eventual release of some of the more than 700 sex offenders being held by the state. A Purple Heart that was found in a Minnesota garbage dump has been returned to the recipient's family.
A woman from White Bear Lake found the military medal awarded to Tech Sergeant Wiljo Madalmaki in a box of clothes while scavenging a dump in the Iron Range back in the 1990s. The story gets even stranger, though. That woman's daughter just happened to meet a relative of the medal recipient while visiting her mother's old home. And that's the connection that got the medal returned.
The mystery does remain as to how such an important item ended up in the dump in the first place. Some in the tech sergeant's family speculate that it was left behind when the house was sold or rented out and then thrown out by the new tenants. Well, in our consumer alert on this Monday morning, a brand new study finds it's cheaper for young adults to stay on their parents' car insurance than get a policy of their own. The report was released today by InsuranceQuote.com, and it says that parents with an 18-year-old on their policy will pay an average of 77% more than they would without the teen.
The study found 18-year-olds pay an average of 18% more for car insurance if they sign up for an individual policy as opposed to remaining on their parents' policy. And even at age 24, an individual policy is an average of 4% more than family coverage. 4 minutes before 7, and it's a back-to-school Monday. By now, you might be starting to do some back-to-school shopping, maybe for the school supplies, new clothes, but where can you find the best deals?
Valley News Live's Ashley Bishop has been talking with the experts this morning on how to spend less on your school shopping this year. Ashley?
Good morning, Kyle and Lisa. We're here at the Art and Learn store on University and 13th Avenue. Joining me right now is Carl, the store manager here. Talk to me. You offer things here for teachers, but in addition to teachers, there's educational things, extra things parents might need if they're sending their kids to school and they're struggling in a certain topic they could work at home.
Yes, we do. We carry all those things out, math and English supplies.
Okay. And what are the big sellers you see when parents are coming in, maybe needing help getting their preschooler ready for school or their younger ones ready for school? Do you offer things like that, like books for learning to count and everything like that?
Yep, books on counting, flashcards on colors, shapes, and those kind of things.
And there's ways to save money here as well. You offer things on sale. You have a clearance room I saw back there as well, correct?
Yes, we do have a clearance room, yeah, with some different things in there.
Okay. So if you're looking for school supplies this year and you're interested in getting them, you can come here to the Art and Learn store. But there's also other places you can go, your big box stores, Targets, Walmarts. And a big way to save money, and it might be thinking ahead, is purchase them when they're on clearance and put them away and store them towards next year. We have a whole bunch of tips online. We talked all this morning about how to budget, maybe unexpected costs. Remember, there might be parking passes if your kids can drive, and also buying quality items. Buy the $50 backpack now, but they might use it for 5 or 6 years and get the money's worth. Kyle, Lisa, we'll have more tips online, so make sure you check out valleynewslive.com for all the list of tips that we went through this morning.
A lot of great advice.
Yeah.
There's a lot to buy as the new school year approaches. Ashley Bishop reporting live. Thank you, Ashley. Roads were jammed with RVs, trailers, and a whole lot of cars heading home from DL after the largest country music festival in the Midwest ended yesterday. WeFest drew more than 50,000 people each day to the 3-day event.
Now, of course, people camp at the Sioux Pass Ranch, but they also camp at places nearby, including a home right across the highway from WeFest. 30 campers packed up their trailers there to leave some pretty exclusive spots. WeFest itself has 10 separate campgrounds that can hold up to 35,000 people. Now, 69 arrests were made during the WeFest weekend. That is about normal when compared to years past.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. The average person will spend 46 minutes a day doing this.
The answer? Checking Facebook. You can take part in our question of the morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. Start clocking up those minutes every morning here on the Valley Today. Post your answer to the question. We might just use it on air.
30 of them before 7 a.m.
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. Our forecast looking pretty good. Temperatures starting in the 50s. Heavy dew out there. Not for long, though. Sunshine and the low 80s on a nearly perfect, ideal Monday. Is that possible?
Ideal Monday?
Ideal Monday. That's oxymoron.
That doesn't sound right.
Thanks for waking up with us this morning. More local news and weather for you right here in 25 minutes.
Have a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.